Hello, welcome back to Hyper Gossip, your go-to source for untold stories, shocking truths, and deep dives into the lives of entertainment legends. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of rock's most enigmatic and controversial frontmen, Axl Rose. For decades, fans and critics alike have asked the same burning question: what really happened to Axl Rose? Axl Rose, born William Bruce Rose Jr., rose to fame in the late 1980s as the electrifying and unpredictable lead singer of Guns N' Roses. With his piercing vocals, raw energy, and rebellious persona, Axl became a rock icon almost overnight. The band's 1987 debut album, Appetite for Destruction, became a cultural juggernaut, spawning hits like Sweet Child of Mine, Welcome to the Jungle, and Paradise City. But as quickly as the band ascended, cracks began to show, largely centered around Axl's erratic behavior and growing tensions within the group. In the early 1990s, Axl's public persona became more volatile. Concerts were delayed or canceled. Onstage meltdowns became a recurring theme. Lawsuits piled up, and bandmates began to leave one by one, starting with drummer Steven Adler and followed by Izzy Stradlin, Duff McKagan, and eventually Slash. Rumors swirled about Axl's controlling nature, his deep distrust of the industry, and his increasingly reclusive lifestyle. By the mid-90s, Axl had effectively vanished from the public eye, with fans wondering if they'd ever see him again. Behind the scenes, Axl was spiraling. Mental health struggles, perfectionism, and legal battles stalled the production of the long-awaited album Chinese Democracy, which became one of the most delayed and expensive albums in music history. Originally promised in the late 90s, the album wouldn't see the light of day until 2008, more than a decade later. When it finally dropped, Chinese Democracy was met with mixed reviews. Some praised its ambition, while others criticized its lack of the classic Guns N' Roses sound. So, what really happened to Axl Rose? The answer is complicated. Fame hit him like a freight train, and without the proper support system, Axl struggled to handle the pressure. Childhood trauma, unresolved emotional issues, and the weight of being a reluctant rock god pushed him into isolation. Over the years, he became less of a rock star and more of a mystery. But in recent years, there's been a surprising twist. Axl made a triumphant return to the stage, first reuniting with Slash and Duff for a wildly successful Guns N' Roses tour, and later even stepping in as the lead singer of AC/DC. Fans were stunned by his renewed energy and humbled demeanor. It wasn't the wild, chaotic Axl of the past. It was a man who had weathered the storm and was finally ready to embrace the spotlight again. So while we may never know every detail, one thing is clear: Axl Rose didn't vanish. He evolved. And in the world of rock and roll, that might be the most rebellious move of all.